Chad's defiance had always pushed boundaries, but his recent actions ignited a firestorm on Argob. Smuggling Ayatu, a Crass, to the moon was scandal enough, but his flouting of council protocols, sneaking Crassly fruits and, most damningly, a live jungle creature, crossed an unforgivable line. The small, furry animal, meant as a comfort for Ayatu's homesickness, was seized during a routine inspection, branded a threat to Argob's sterile ecosystem. The evidence piled against Chad like kindling. Whispers of his recklessness reached the council, and Hashim, ever vigilant for dissent, seized the opportunity. He summoned an emergency meeting, his authority a storm cloud over Argob's domed city. The council chamber hummed with tension, its obsidian walls reflecting the cold glow of artificial lights. Hashim rose, his towering frame casting a shadow across the assembly, his voice sharp as a blade. A Crass on Argob? His pale face twisted with contempt. Chad has not only harbored this savage but smuggled foreign plants and a live beast into our world. Has he lost all reason? Chad stood at the chamber's heart, Ayatu beside him. Her blue-gray skin and defiant gaze drew uneasy stares, her presence a living challenge to Argobian purity. Chad's voice rang clear, undaunted. Ayatu is no savage. She's intelligent, brave, and has shared knowledge of Crassly that has unveiled our true past. She's no threat, she's our kin. Hashim's eyes narrowed, venom in his tone. Kin. She's a primitive, a relic of the Crass who betrayed us. You think she'll enlighten us? She'll bring chaos, contamination. Chad's fists clenched, his frustration spilling over. Ayatu is proof of our shared roots. She knows Crassly's rhythms, its truths, things we've forgotten. She's not the enemy, your lies are. The council murmured, their fear of Ayatu palpable. Hashim's gaze slid to her, his words a lash. What could she teach us? To grovel in mud and pray to suns? We've built a civilization while the Crass wallowed in ruin. You've endangered it all. She's not what you claim. Chad pleaded. Give her a chance to prove herself. Hashim's smile was cold, mocking. A chance? Very well. She may stay, under strict conditions. His tone dripped with unspoken threats, a warning of the leash he'd tighten. Hashim's concession was a facade. Behind closed doors, he wove a web of rumors, painting Chad as a reckless traitor who jeopardized Argob's safety for personal whims. His rhetoric poisoned the council, turning allies into skeptics. Weeks later, in a second debate, Hashim struck. Chad has defied us repeatedly, he declared, his voice commanding the chamber. He's smuggled contaminants, jeopardized our ecosystem, and mocked our laws. He's unfit to serve as a scientist, or an Argobian. Swayed by Hashim's words, the council voted to strip Chad of his position. His research was confiscated, his reputation shattered. That evening, he returned to Ayatu, his shoulders bowed under defeat. She sat by a window, gazing at Argob's gray expanse, her expression heavy with worry. They've taken it all, Chad said, his voice hollow. Ayatu rose, her hand resting on his shoulder, steady and warm. Not all, she said softly. We have each other. Chad's weak smile betrayed his pain. I wanted to make this world bearable for you, he admitted, voice breaking. The creature, the fruits. I thought they'd help. Ayatu's dark eyes softened with gratitude. You gave me a home when I had none. That's more than I could have asked. Her words were a balm, but the sting of his fall lingered, a reminder of the cost of their defiance. Months later, Ayatu gave birth to twins, Kale and Lyra, a miracle that shook Argob's foundations. Kale bore Argobian pale skin and wide black eyes, yet a fine layer of light blue fur covered him, a mark of his Crass heritage. Lyra's blue-gray skin shimmered with patches of fur, her expressive eyes echoing Ayatu's. They were a bridge between worlds, beautiful and unprecedented. To many Argobians, the twins were an affront, a contamination of their lineage. Hashem seized the moment, his voice thundering in the council. This is the fruit of Chad's folly. These hybrids threaten our society's purity. We must act. Debates raged, some pleading mercy, others demanding exile, or worse. Whispers of sterilization or imprisonment crept through the chamber, a chilling echo of Hashem's growing power. Late at night, as Kale and Lyra slept in their crib, Chad and Ayatu huddled in their quarters, their voices low. "We can't stay," Chad said, his tone resolute. "Hashem will destroy us." "And the twins?" Ayatu nodded, her expression grim. "Krasli's no safer. My people would reject them as yours do. Where can we go?" Chad's hand covered hers, his gaze steady. "The outer colonies. I've heard of worlds beyond Argob's reach, planets where we could start anew." Ayatu's eyes gleamed with resolve. "For Kale and Lyra, we'll find them." Their plan took shape in whispers, each step fraught with peril. They'd need a ship, supplies, and secrecy to evade Hashem's spies. The outer colonies were a rumor, a fragile hope, but for their children, they'd risk everything to forge a future free of fear.